This farm started in 2008. It's composed of, this particular farm is composed of 57 acres. The area where the forest sits or stands was a barren area. Commercial or cash crops were not doing very well. Things like coffee, bananas, maize, and beans. So we decided to put the forest in this area. And the forest is composed of pine trees as the majority, followed by the podo trees, which you see on my right hand side, and the mahogany trees, which you see on the extreme left hand side, and the erigontic trees. Yeah, that's it. And then we have also planted mvule trees. We are all involved. But we have Vincent Nkubi, who is the manager, and he manages the farm from day to day, on a daily basis. And our children come in on weekends. Normally I come here on Wednesdays, Saturdays and Sundays. When we come, we mainly help with the oranges and the mangoes. And we also go through the forest to see which trees have dried. We cut them and burn them, because we don't know what type of disease has made it to dry. So to stop spreading, we cut it and put it. We have an orange orchard, which is on 5 acres away from here. When we are planting oranges, we wanted one type. That is the Washington Navy orange. But it so happened that the Kawanda people sold us oranges which were non-Washington, and it came to about 750 trees. And we have also had the people being sent by the district for training, and we have had some people from State House to be trained on how mainly to grow oranges. Usually when they come, they spend a day with us. We've had also schools who have come as far as Entebbe to come and learn how to grow oranges, how to grow trees. Usually when they come, they spend a day with us. We don't put a fee as yet to these trainees, but in the future, we intend to be charging per person. As to how much, that will be determined by the family. Yes, we do employ, most of the employees are local people, and they are mainly women. We employ more women than men, and these are women who have been neglected by their husbands, and they want to collect school fees, buying clothes, taking money for taking their children to hospital. Those are the people we get, and we get a season we may employ about 20 to 25 of those. So the villagers are benefiting a lot from this establishment. Conserving the environment. I think the forest itself contributes a lot, because it attracts rain, And people are getting employment from the farm. Challenges, there are very many. Drought is one of them. When it gets very, very dry here, because we are near the equator, and sometimes it may demand irrigation. We are doing manual irrigation for the time being, but now there are machines which are called the gun, which can vomit water at a distance. We are planning to buy 3 of those, and we shall be irrigating during the dry season using that. We have insects which attack our oranges and mangoes. This insect, the commonest, is called the fruit fly, as well as the house flies. But we have bought a scent which we tie in a bottle. It will attract most of the fruit flies. They enter into the bottle. As they enter, they die. When we started, there were very, very many. Within an hour or 2 hours, we could find the bottle full. But now, over the last 3 years, the population has reduced tremendously. That we can put the scent in the bottle, and you may get 1 or 2 flies a day or not at all. Also the house flies, where the fruit fly has bitten, the house fly comes because it leaves acid, and that part of the mango rots. And then the fly will come to eat the rot, and then it plants the maggots in there. And then that orange is spoiled. The orange or the mango is spoiled.
Which future plan do you have for this one?
The future plan? We want to turn it into a tourist attraction. We have planted the forest, you have seen it. There isn't any wild undergrowth. And there are spaces, like I'm seated here. We are going to do the thinning of the pine and leaving large spaces. We want to put cottages in those spaces. We also want to build a good restaurant at the compound where you left your car. A restaurant which can seat about 200 people, so that when the tourists come, they can eat good food. And on top of the restaurant, we want to put 3 floors with private rooms. We want to build conferences around, conference areas or houses where people can come for conference. As you can see, it's very quiet and cool here. And the focus is mainly on the tourists who come to visit the equator. At the moment, there is no nice place where they can have good quality food, and there is no nice place where they can sleep, those who want to stay longer at the equator. So if we put up that facility, I think we are likely to attract a good number of them. And we anticipate that a self-contained cottage, we may charge up to $200 a night. Well furnished, with nice beds, with toilets, with baths, with electricity. And then we shall be putting them bed and breakfast. Then they have to buy the lunch and the dinner. That may give an additional £100, so that a cottage may be going for $300.